Question 34, non-delegability, source of power, and the constitutional role. This question will help us to get a deeper understanding about the reason and underlying basis of the delegation to the LGUs and what source is that of having the LGU the power to tax. So dito yan natin malalaman. The question is, the fundamental principle of non-delegability holds that the power to tax, being purely legislative, yan ang sabi, cannot be delegated to executive or judicial branches. However, the local government units are expressly empowered to levy taxes. That is according to the Constitution, which statement accurately explains that the source of the taxing power and the mechanism that allows this delegation to LGUs despite the non-delegability rule. Okay, now we know that in the power to tax is the source of that tax power is inherent, right? So we have this taxation power. I would like to just to show you. So the source of this one is the inherent sovereignty. This inherent to sovereignty. Now, okay. Now the exercise is only stopped to this what we call legislative. Kasi ito yung sabi as part of the inherent limitation that this taxation power is only exercisable or can be exercised by legislative body. However, that particular limit was being given an exception by the Constitution. So, binutasan dito ng Constitution. Anyway, in whatever manner the Constitution has to be followed. So, dito, according sa Constitution, it can also be delegated to the LGU. However, the legislative body also of the LGU. Kasi meron din sila yung legislative body, executive body. So, that's it. So, the Constitution is not the source of the LGU's power. It gives only, again, the Constitution is giving only what we call exception to that rule, inherent limitation that only legislative body, which we're talking about the Congress, can exercise this taxation power. Okay, hindi source, again, yung Constitution. Siya lang yung nagbibigay ng exception. So, again, ang source pa rin is yung inherent to sovereignty. Yun yung source. So, again, take note of this one. It is the source of that taxation power. Now, going back here sa ating question 34. So, ano na ngayon? Which statement accurately explains the source of taxing power and the mechanism that allows its delegation? So, we know the exception was made by the Constitution. Tapos, yung source niya ay yung inherent power pa rin. Yung inherent to sovereignty. Okay, now let's have this A. So, sabi dito, the source of the power to tax is an express constitutional grant, which is not, kasi it gives only the exception. Ang source natin is yung sovereignty, being inherent to sovereignty. Letter B, the source of power is inherent in sovereignty. Yes, requiring no constitutional grant. Yes, the Constitution serves as the supreme authority to permit, meaning to say to give exceptions. Yeah, exceptions to the non-delegability rule, allowing LGUs to exercise delegated aspect of the national government's power. That's exactly, okay, the explanation. Letter C, the source of the power to tax is necessity, as the government cannot exist without it. The delegation to LGUs is permissible because it is considered part of the president's received power. This is not the case. This is not true. Letter D, the source of the power is to tax is like blood theory, which again this is not. This is just the basis of. This is just the base. It means to say that nagbibigay lang siya ng rason kung bakit ganon, which makes it public kumbaga, nagbibigay siya ng rason kung bakit kailangan magkaroon ng tax, pero hindi siya ang source ng power. The delegation to LGUs is the sole special assessment purposes, while the general power is tax remiss. So again, this is wrong. So the answer is letter B.